As of today, there are 38 states, 4 territories, and the District of Columbia that have medicinal cannabis programs in place. Even though we have the statewide legalization, it is still a Schedule I drug and federally illegal. The reason for this has a very racist past that was embellished by the Nixon campaign that has greatly reduced our medical knowledge of the plant today. And the reason that it's still a Schedule I today doesn't have so much to do with the medicinal purposes as the industries that it would threaten by making cannabis legal in all forms by using hemp to reduce our carbon footprint. In the 1920s, William Randolph Hearst ran a campaign in his newspaper that was the largest in the company, slandering brown and black people by creating the word marijuana to make it sound more at home, and driving the dangers to the community that marijuana will cause. They even made a movie in the 1930s about this called Reefer Madness, which was a great Broadway musical, by the way, done way later. But in that time, the Secretary of Treasury, Andrew Mellon, was the uncle of the wife of Harry Anslinger, who was the first director of the Bureau of Narcotics. Anslinger was for prohibition, so he was excited to accept this role. Now, the Nixon campaign, years later, embellishes it further with its war on drugs. He turned his war on drugs towards anti-war and black communities. With the Nixon advisor, John Ehrlichman, was speaking towards the war and black people, stating, "We knew we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them nightly on the news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did." He was quoted saying this in 1994, but it wasn't released until 2016. Now, it's become a problem to conduct medical knowledge today because of it being a Schedule I. And being a Schedule I means that it has no medical benefit with high potential of abuse. Now, we know for a fact that cannabis itself has a lot of potential in the medical field, from anxiety, pain reduction, PTSD, and endless other things I could go on about that we have help of knowing through experiences of people using cannabis. I myself have broken 125 bones and had 25 surgeries. I don't go to pain management for opioids because I use cannabis to reduce my pain, and it does a very good job. The FDA has recognized that there are two reasons that you can be federally given CBD. The drug Epilytidex is a cannabidiol, which is CBD, the non-psychoactive ingredient in cannabis. My 2 nephews are severely autistic, and they have one of the 2 reasons that you can have cannabis. So, for 10 years of their life, they had 10 seizures a day. In 2018, with the FDA's approval of Epilytidex, my nephews have been seizure-free since then. Other than my experiences and my personal experience alone, there are tons of scientific research as far as we are able to get from other countries. And Marcel Miller, a substance abuse specialist, has this to say. One reason that the US DEA considers it a Schedule I drug, like LSD, heroin, and ecstasy, and likely to be abused, lacking in medical value. Because of that, need a special license to study it. The problem with these special licenses is that they're not giving any out. By not giving any out, they're harming the further potential, even further, of the hemp community. And back in 2014, America separated the law between THC and CBD. That allowed farmers to begin growing hemp. Hemp has invaluable uses to being a diesel fuel, a paper source, concrete, and it even makes something stronger than steel, 300 times stronger than steel. This reason alone, back in the 1920s, is the reason that William Randolph Hearst felt threatened, because the Declaration of Independence is made of paper from hemp. The production of hemp and its ability to reduce all of our footprint drastically before even the end of my lifetime has given a new value of light to what the potential of green energy actually is. Hemp can be converted into a biodiesel fuel without the actual conversions that petroleum needs. All of this, along with the medical uses, are more than enough evidence that the U.S. needs to make cannabis fully legal. But it still seems that there are some very racist ties to them not making it legal today. So we fight. And less than a quarter of the states left to go. It can't be too much longer before it's fully legal federally.